Let's get welcome everyone. It's Monday night, time for a little bit of breath work and yoga nidra. So take some time, if you haven't already, to transition and to become comfortable, dim the lights, possible, quiet the environment around you, and just take care of any last minute sort of details so that you can sit and rest and be still and allow yourself this time to begin to move within. So our theme for tonight's practice, our theme is awakening from within. Awakening from within, allowing for a seamless transition from the busyness of your day, and perhaps even more, transitioning from the cold, dark winter days into the light of spring, which lies ahead. And as we awaken from within, we offer ourselves an opportunity for renewal and for change. And often when we think of renewal or when we think of change, we usually think about doing it through effort, pushing harder, doing more, doing things better, doing things right, trying to force something forward, to force something into action or into being. However, sometimes the most powerful shift can occur by doing the opposite. They begin when we pause, especially when we slow down long enough and become still and allow ourselves to connect or really reconnect to the quiet intelligence of the breath, our bodies, and the nervous system. Notice how I didn't say the mind, right? It's the quiet intelligence of the breath, the body, and the nervous system. So essentially, we get out of our heads, we get out of our own way, and we move within, and we awaken from within to allow for change and renewal. So for tonight's practice, we'll begin as we always do with the breath. A couple of very simple breath practices to help with this initial transition from the day into stillness. And then, of course, we'll move into our yoga nidra practice. So for breath work, you can be seated, you can be lying down, whatever works best for you. We're going to begin just sitting tall or lying comfortably with a relaxed spine, a nicely aligned spine. Okay. Allowing for some opening, some space around the rib cage and the belly and your lungs. Eyes are soft, eyes are resting. And then feel for the breath. If you haven't already, notice the breath. Just notice the breath as it is, without any effort to change or to control or to manipulate the breath. And as you observe the breath as it is, you might also notice any tendency to want to observe or change or manipulate or control the breath. So doing more than observing. Just scale it back to observing, being present with the breath, present with your body, tuning into your nervous system, all through the breath. Feel for a little more softness around your eyes, especially around the corners of your eyes and your cheekbones, your temples. Feel for smoothing out the skin on the forehead, the upper jaw, the lower jaw. And then perhaps the only change to the breath would be beginning to breathe through the nostrils. Soften the nostrils as you breathe in and just sense the breath as you exhale through the nostrils. Softening the nostrils as you breathe in and sensing the breath through the nostrils as you exhale. You might notice how when you breathe through the nostrils, the breath naturally begins to slow down. It's like the nostrils are a little valve or filter for the breath. Breath naturally slows down. Might also begin to sense a little more presence of the breath, breathing through the nostrils. And you might also notice this tendency, and this is a good tendency, toward breathing through the nostrils from the belly. So now, the only effort to breathe would be breathing through the nostrils from the belly, further slowing down the breath through the nose from the belly. And if you're feeling a little challenged by sensing the belly breathing the breath, what you might do is place one hand over the belly, right around the navel center. And as you breathe in, allow the belly to rise and to expand into the palm of the hand. And as you exhale, you're going to feel for the opposite. The belly drops back and contracts naturally on its own inward, moving away from the palm of the hand. So sense breathing through the nose from the belly into the palm of the hand. And allow these three techniques alone, breathing through the nose, from the belly, into the palm of the hand, to be enough. Enough to slow down the breath, enough to feel present with the breath, and enough to begin the shift from a state of busyness to a state of being. And then together, we're going to take a slow, deep cleansing breath. So breathing in through the nose, from the belly, stretch the belly into the palm of the hand, but fill up even more. Stretch your lungs, stretch your rib cage. Feel for complete fullness. The very top of your inhale, pause, open the mouth, and let go with a cleansing exhalation, a big sigh. Out through the mouth. Feel for natural breath returning. And then another round together of a slow, deep cleansing breath. Breathing in through the nose, from the belly, stretch the belly into the palm of your hand, and then stretch even more. Stretch the rib cage, your lungs, Open the heart space. Pause at the top. Bigger, maybe a louder exhalation. Ha. Nice release into natural, restful breath. And then pause and wait for the moment in which you receive from yourself another invitation to take a slow, deep, cleansing breath on your own as you're ready. And then natural, restful breath. You relax, palm of the hand, and let the hand fall away from the belly. Continue to feel the belly breathing the breath. We're going to add one more technique, which I've been sort of slowly introducing, but not really fully explaining. And this other technique will be a fourth layer, or fourth technique called Ujjayi. Ujjayi. Don't worry about the spelling, but it's Ujjayi breath, often translated as victorious breath or the ocean breath. So in this practice, we'll slightly constrict the back of the throat to help warm up the breath and to slow down the breath, allowing for a little more control of the breath. So right before the Ujjayi, feel yourself breathing through the nose, from the belly, and then slightly constrict the back of your throat. You're going to inhale from the back of the throat, and then as you exhale, you're going to open your mouth and make a ha sound, like as if you're fogging up a mirror. And then feel for the next inhale, a slight constriction in the back of the throat. As you exhale, open the mouth, make another ha sound as if you're fogging up a mirror. Again, in through the nose, from the belly, slight constriction at the back of your throat. And this time, as you make the ha sound, you're going to do so with the mouth closed. And then you'll hear the sound of the ocean breath. So inhaling through the nose, from the belly, slight constriction at the back of the throat. Exhaling through the nose, making the ha sound from the back of the throat. And then sense this constriction at the back of the throat as you breathe in and out. Now beginning to whisper the breath, engaging the whisper muscles, the ha sound muscles at the back of the throat as you breathe in and as you breathe out. And notice how this slight constriction at the back of the throat allows you to further slow down and control the breath as you breathe through the nose from the belly. And then a final layer to the practice this evening will be a 3-part inhalation, which you can do with this Ujjayi practice, right? Slight constriction at the back of the throat. Beginning to feel for a 3-part inhalation. So this control of the breath from the back of the throat, allowing you to intentionally slow down the inhale and feel the inhale in the belly and in the rib cage. Finish the inhalation up at the chest opening the heart space. And exhale any way that you like, any way that feels good, through the nose, mouth, or lips. And then another round of a 3-part inhale through the nose, from the belly, sensing the breath at the back of the throat to fill the belly, the rib cage, and to finish the inhalation at the chest, collarbones, heart space. Exhaling, mouth, nose, or lips. Couple more rounds on your own. 3-part Dirga, prolonged breath. Taking little moments of pause as you fill the lungs. One long, smooth, continuous exhalation out through the mouth, nose, or lips. Take 2 more rounds on your own. When you finish your last round, take 1 more cleansing breath. In through the nose from the belly. Breathe in as much as you can. Pause at the top. If you can breathe in a little more, go for it. And then a big exhale out through the mouth. Ha. And then natural breath to follow. Feel for the breath returning to a natural pattern of breathing. Perhaps naturally breathing through the nose from the belly, but in the most relaxed way possible. So letting go of the constriction at the back of the throat, letting go of the effort to breathe until you feel yourself simply breathing naturally and restfully. Beginning to sense through the breath the transition into stillness. And as you transition towards stillness, take some time to check in. You're seated, you might lie down. Make any adjustments to your position, to your props, to the environment around you, so that you can fully cocoon the body into a place of comfort, rest, and stillness. And then welcome yourself to Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra itself is a practice of awakening from within. Awakening to stillness, awakening to the breath, awakening to all the rhythms and sensations of your body, while allowing the mind the opportunity to rest, to let go of the to-do list, to let go of the shoulds or should have or will do, letting go of the busyness in the mind. So the breath practice that we completed, all the techniques of slowing down the breath, are a practice of slowing down the mind. The breath can be seen as a mirror to the mind. So as we slow down the waves of the breath, we slow down the waves of the mind, which allows the body to rest more comfortably. Allow for this practice. Welcome yourself to this practice of stillness and being present. And if the mind resists, you might simply turn to the breath. And maybe allow for slow inhale, slow exhale, just maybe 1 or 2 cycles as a way of returning inward and awakening from within to the breath, to the rhythms of your body, awakening to these moments of stillness. And even more, awakening this inner awareness, this awareness within you, part of the mind that can observe the body, observe the breath, and observe the mind itself. This part of the mind is connected to the creative, imaginative mind. So as you begin to awaken from within, becoming aware of your experience of stillness, aware of the mind's abilities, you might begin to use the mind to create an inner sanctuary, a place within you where you can rest undisturbed. So your inner sanctuary could be exactly where you are right now, just observing. Or it could be a gentle landscape, your favorite vacation spot. Or maybe you're simply imagining a spacious field of calm presence within you, a color, a particular sight, or even a sound. Whatever your inner sanctuary might look like, or feel like, or sound like, know that this place, quiet, deep rest, is safe. It's present to hold you so that you can settle more fully into the practice of stillness. And it's from this place of quiet awareness within you, your inner sanctuary, that you might begin to sense a gentle intention forming, an intention for your practice. In Yoga Nidra, this intention is called a sankalpa, a simple inner resolve that arises from the heart. So sense your intention rising from the heart space. And then you might begin to capture your intention as words, a short phrase, a statement of truth. Perhaps something you would like to cultivate, quality within you that you would like to strengthen or to embody, or a reminder of the deeper wisdom within you. Maybe something as simple as, I trust my intuition. Whatever your intention might be, repeat it to yourself or out loud at least 3 times. With sincerity and with ease, or as we often say, owning your intention. And then breathe it in and let it go. Trusting the practice of yogic sleep, this practice of awakening from within. Awakening from within begins in stillness. So the practice has begun. And as you settle here into stillness, allow yourself to enter the quiet landscape of inner darkness. And sense this darkness rather than emptiness. Sense it as a place of rest, a place of healing rest. Understanding that within healing, there is always the presence of light. And to connect with this light of healing, we begin by pausing. Notice the natural pause that appears in the breath. At the end of the inhale, a moment of stillness. And at the end of the exhale, another gentle pause. And as you notice these moments of pause, the very top of the inhale and the very end of the exhale, sense those moments of pause beginning to widen and to expand. The moments of pause offered through the breath. Top of the inhale, the end of the exhale, widening and expanding so that these moments of pause hold the space for stillness, the darkness, and the healing light within. And then simply sense this simple practice, observing each breath, natural, restful as it is. As you sense this quiet healing process, awakening from within, the moment of pause, widening and expanding, and then ultimately dissolving and dissipating as you move naturally to the next breath. Follow the light offered through the breath. Now that we have taken the time to be present with the breath and with the breath body, we'll move a little deeper into the body, beginning our practice of rotating consciousness, awareness throughout the body. And this is really a practice of deeper awakening from within, right? Moving our awareness throughout the body, awakening our awareness of each part of the body. So as we travel in this meditative massage, simply notice, pause, and allow the breath to gently awaken your awareness from within. Sense the whole body breathing, awakening your awareness of the whole body, breathing the breath. And then bring your attention to the right side of the body. Sense the right side of the body, beginning to awaken your awareness of the right side of the body, breathing the breath. And then continue awakening awareness in the palm of the right hand and the tip of your right thumb, right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and the pinky. Awareness in the back of the right hand and the right wrist and the whole right arm, forearm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder. Awakening awareness in the right side rib cage, right side lung, right side heart space, right side waist, low belly, low back, and the space between, right hip, and the whole right leg, upper thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, top of the right foot, sole of the right foot, right big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. The entire right side of the body, awakening awareness of the breath in the entire right side of the body. Feel your awareness awakening in the left side of the body. Left side of the body, awakening your awareness of the breath in the left side of the body. Awakening awareness in the palm of your left hand and the left thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, left pinky, in the back of the left hand, left wrist, left forearm, elbow, upper arm, and the left shoulder. Awakening awareness of the breath in the left side rib cage, left lung, left side of the heart space, left side waist, low belly, low back, and the space between, left hip, and the whole left leg, upper thigh, knee, lower leg, ankle, top of the left foot, sole of the left foot, left big toe, second, third, fourth, fifth. Sense this awakening of awareness in the entire left side of the body, aware of the left side of the body, breathing the breath. And then begin to sense your awareness awakening in the back of the body, becoming aware of the breath in the back of the body, bottoms of your feet, heels, and the back of your legs, calves, upper back thighs, and the back of your knees, tip of the tailbone, center of low back, and the back of the hips, awakening awareness of the breath in the entire backside of the spine, back of the rib cage, lungs, heart space, inner and outer edges of the shoulder blades, in the back of the shoulders, arms, elbows, the wrists, and the back of your hands. Sense the skin on the back of your neck, awakening awareness at the base of the skull, back of the head, behind the ears, and from the crown of your head to the fingertips, to your toes. Feel for this awakening of awareness, aware of the breath in the entire backside of the body. And then begin to awaken awareness of the front side body. Front side of the body, becoming aware of the front side body, breathing the breath. As you bring your attention to the center of your forehead and the temples, and the space between your eyebrows, cheekbones, upper jaw, lower jaw, and the space between, and the back of the tongue, on the throat, space between the collarbones, front side of the rib cage, lungs, heart space, awakening awareness from the heart space to the shoulders, to the inner arms, biceps, inner elbows, forearms, wrists, and the palms of your hands. Sense the navel center, awakening awareness in the space above the belly, the deep low belly, front of the hips, and the front side of your legs, thighs, kneecaps, shins, and the tops of your feet, from the tips of your toes to the fingertips, to the crown of the head, the entire front side of the body, awakening from within through the breath. And now sense the whole body together, all sides of the body, front and back, left and right, all sides of the body, awakening awareness from within, aware of the breath, whole body breathing the breath, aware of the stillness, resting the body in stillness, aware of a state of ease and contentment from within as you sense state of integration and wholeness as the whole body breathes the breath. Notice the moments of pause between the breaths, the body resting in stillness, quietly awakening with each new cycle of breath. And it's from this plate of stillness, the state of integration and contentment, that we can begin to explore sensations in the body, showing up as pairs of opposites, allowing the mind and the body to experience each sensation, allowing for the sensation of feeling closed, holding inward, contained, sensing closure containment in the body. Notice where within the body you sense this feeling of containment and closure. Notice what it feels like in the body. And then allow the opposite sensation to surface. Notice the feeling of opening, spaciousness, unfolding, the body receptive. Notice the feeling of opening in the body. And then allow your awareness to expand and to awaken to both sensations. The feeling of being closed, contained, and the feeling of opening, receptiveness. Notice both. Awaken your awareness to both sensations as one continuous spectrum of sensation in your body. And now allow your awareness to sense the feeling of holding, gripping, keeping something in place. Notice the feeling of holding in the body and how your body, your mind, experiences the feeling of holding. And then begin to sense the opposite. Experience the opposite, a sense of expansion, the body widening, this feeling of expanding in every direction. Notice your experience of expansion in the body and the mind. And then allow your awareness to awaken and hold space for both. The sensation of holding, gripping, and the sensation of expanding, widening. Allow your awareness to awaken to sense both as one continuous spectrum of sensation in your body. Then awaken your awareness to the feeling of sadness, in your body, perhaps a gentle heaviness in the heart. Notice the feeling of sadness in your body and your experience of sadness in the body and the mind. And then begin to awaken to the opposite, a feeling of happiness. Awaken to the feeling of happiness in your body. Inner brightness. Notice where within the body you sense this feeling of happiness. And then allow your awareness to awaken to both sensations, sadness and happiness. Aware of the sensations of happiness and sadness as one continuous spectrum of sensation in the body. And then notice other sensations, awakening to your awareness and then dissolving into emptiness. Notice the awakening from within to all sensations, including the natural rhythm of the breath. And then begin to imagine yourself resting in a vast and gentle darkness, rather than a darkness of fear or emptiness. This place is a darkness of deep rest, like the quiet of night before the hint of dawn. And as you rest in this vast and gentle darkness from within, you might begin to observe or to see, to notice a soft point of light, and very subtle, almost like the faintest glow in the distance in this vast and gentle darkness. And with each breath, this light, this soft point of light becomes a little more clear, a little more steady, a little brighter. And you begin to notice and sense this light from within, awakening to this light glowing from within. And you might sense this light, this healing light at the heart center or any other place in the body that might benefit from the touch of this soft and glowing light, quiet light of healing, awakening slowly to heal from within. And then with each breath, sense this light beginning to expand, spreading light and warmth and healing throughout the entire body, filling the whole body with light, with healing as you awaken from within to the breath, to the darkness and the light, the stillness and the awakening from within. And then soften the eyes just a little more. Beginning to release this visualization. Begin to feel your body resting on the ground, the surface below you. And as you awaken to your body resting in stillness, you might take the time to return once again to your sankalpa, your intention. Bring the words of your intention back into awareness by repeating your intention another 3 times. Planting the seed of your intention into the quiet mind. Your intention comes from within. It arrived through the opening of the heart space. And so now it can settle back into the body, having planted the seed into the mind. Take a slow, deep breath. And breathe it in. And then let it go. Trusting this practice of awakening from within as you now prepare to awaken to the world around you. And do so as we began with the breath. Take a slow, deep breath in, and then allow for a clearing, a cleansing exhalation, beginning to release the Yoga Nidra journey. Feel the weight of your body supported by the ground, the floor, the surface below you. Notice any sounds in the room around you. Notice how it feels to be resting. And then allow for another slow, deep, cleansing, clearing breath. In through the nose, stretch your belly, and then exhale out of the mouth, nose, or lips. That last little letting go as we release and conclude the Yoga Nidra journey. As you prepare to move to the world around you, do so, inviting a little bit of movement to your body. Maybe wiggle your fingertips, stretch your feet, stretch your toes. If it feels good, you might roll through the wrists or your ankles. You might stretch the arms overhead, take any other movements that feel nourishing and natural, just as if you're awakening gently. You might also just want to roll off to the side or roll off to sleep. You'd like to rest longer, of course, please feel free to do so. Eventually, you'll find yourself seated, moving slowly and gently to the evening ahead. Take a moment of gratitude for yourself, for showing up, for slowing down, being still, and to awaken from within. From my heart to yours, thank you to each one of you for allowing me to share this gift of Yoga Nidra. I hope you carry it forward into a good night's sleep and the week ahead. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me, and I hope to see you next week. Have a good night.